for a defendant that's appearing?
I'm here for a protection order.
Oh, okay. We'll be right with you.
Good, good afternoon, Your Honor. My name is Roberto Sandoval.
All right, sir. Oh, there we go. We just went black there for a moment, but we're back on. You can hear me and see me okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let me give me a moment here. The state is alleging two charges against you. One charge is disorderly conduct. The other charge is assault. Both of those charges are filed under the domestic violence statute. On those charges, you have the right to remain silent, right to counsel, and right to trial. Those are both misdemeanor allegations. I've scheduled you for an arraignment on the 28th of January at 9 o'clock a.m. The arraignment is where you'll need to be prepared to plead either guilty, not guilty, or no contest to those charges. Depending on how you plead will be what occurs next with the court proceedings, and all of those options, as well as the penalty range for those two violations, will be explained to you prior to giving your plea. Okay?
Okay.
Your release conditions are the following: obey all orders of the court, do not commit any crimes, notify the court immediately if you change address, do not leave the state of Arizona without permission of the court, do not have any unwanted contact with the alleged victim. So I'm allowing contact unless that party requests they don't want to talk to you, then you must comply with that request. And then I'm ordering you to pretrial services. So what that is, sir, is when you're released from custody, which is what my intentions are. You need to contact the probation department. You're not on probation, but you are on release conditions. The purpose for them is to make sure you're abiding by these release conditions and that your appearing is in court. So you'll call them and they'll give you some requirements and you're just to follow through with those requirements. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you comply with those release conditions?
Yes.
All right, I have a couple questions. The residence that you live in, is that your residence?
It's my wife's house. I've been married for 37 years, and
Okay,
she has a cancer issue.
okay, and then your son resides with you then?
My son unfortunately lives at home with his girlfriend and a grandson, and the issue that we have is that some medication that is drug
No,
or
yes,
paid
sir.
to my wife
Yeah,
just
yeah,
disappeared.
hold on, sir. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I don't mean to be rude. I don't need the details of the
Okay, Your
case
Honor.
right now.
Okay.
The purpose of this hearing is to identify you, inform you of the charges, and set release conditions, and then have you be heard at a later time. So I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I just want you to understand that you don't need to provide details right now. I'm asking questions and your residency to find out how I need to manage that. So that is your wife's residence, and you've been married for 30 years.
37, Your Honor.
37 years. Yeah, sorry about that. Is your wife, is she the mother of your son?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so that the son who is the alleged victim in your case is your two children, your child to the both of you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. So what I'm doing, just so you're aware, I'm going to release you on those conditions. And when I see him shortly, I'm not going to allow him to return to the residence. So he's not going to be allowed to return back to the residence. Those release conditions will be in place. Now, his are felony allegations because of his frequent violations. If the prosecutor does not file a complaint within 48 hours, those are business days, not counting weekends and holidays, which we have both coming up. So somewhere around Tuesday, if they didn't file a complaint, all of his release conditions will go away. If they did file a complaint, then they'll remain in place. But I'm going to order him not to go back to the residence. He'll be allowed to come back for a civil standby and pick up some personal property. I just want you to be aware of that.
Okay, Your Honor.
But you're allowed to go back to the residence, just not to have any unwanted contact. So again, you guys can communicate unless he requests not to. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, don't forget to contact the probation department when you're released. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance. Any questions at all?
No, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're
Happy
welcome.
holidays.
Okay, thank you, you too.
Expert, you're gonna hit on that. Cool. Yep. Follow that gentleman's direction. Now you step into the counter, state your full name for the judge.
J.C. Lee Devinger.
All right, Ms. Devinger. All right. The state is alleging one charge against you, and that's a disorderly conduct charge filed under the domestic violence statute. On that charge, you have the right to remain silent, right to counsel, and right to trial. It is a misdemeanor allegation. I've scheduled you for an arraignment on the 28th of January at 9 o'clock a.m. That's where you'll need to be prepared to plead either guilty, not guilty, or no contest to that charge. Depending on how you plead will be what happens next with the court proceedings, and all of those options, as well as the penalty range, will be explained to you prior to you giving your plea, so you'll be well informed. Your release conditions are as follows. Obey all orders of the court. Do not commit any crimes. Notify the court immediately if your address changes. Do not leave the state of Arizona without permission of the court. Now, the residence that you live in there with the alleged victim, is that yours or the both of yours?
Both.
And is it a rental or owner?
It's a rental.
Okay. And both parties are on the lease?
Yes.
And the other party has a child?
3.
3 children. And you don't have any children?
No, sir.
Okay. How long is the rental term for?
We signed our lease September 17th, so we still have till September.
Okay.
So a year.
All right. So this is not a permanent order, but you're not to have any contact with the alleged victim, so you can't communicate with the alleged victim. You can't go back to the location of the alleged offense.
Okay.
I am going to allow you to go back to get some personal property. You need to take law enforcement with you. As
Okay.
this proceeds through the court process, those conditions may change at your request. It has to be done by motion,
Okay.
or the status at the end of the case.
Okay.
You're not to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription. And then when you're released from confinement, which I plan on doing, is releasing you on your own recognizance,
Okay.
you're to call the probation department. You're not on probation, but you are on release services. So they're going to monitor you to make sure you're abiding by these release conditions and that
Okay.
you're appearing in court as ordered. So I'll give you a name and phone number to call immediately upon your release, okay?
Okay.
Any questions on any of that?
No. Will I be able to get belongings from the house today? Because I work tomorrow.
You can, just as long as the other party is agreeing to it and is there to be there, and you get law enforcement availability.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions in that?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. That's all I've got for you.
Go ahead. Call the start.
Your Honor, am I supposed to be in here?
Yes.
Step to the counter.
I'll be with you
state your full
shortly.
name.
I don't want to disturb.
Yep. Sir, can you state
Lucille Sandoval.
Okay. All right, sir. The state is alleging one charge against you. It is a felony allegation of aggravated domestic violence because of the prior domestic violence charges and convictions against you. On that charge, you have the right to remain silent, right to counsel, and right to trial. I've scheduled you for a preliminary hearing on January 12th of 2026 at 4 o'clock p.m. That preliminary hearing is to determine if there's probable cause to charge you with that felony, not convict you, but charge you. If probable cause is met, your case will bind over to the Gila County Superior Court and they'll take disposition on the case. If there is not probable cause met, that charge can be dismissed or reduced to a misdemeanor violation. Your release conditions are as follows: obey all orders of the court, do not commit any crimes, notify the court immediately of any address change, do not leave the state of Arizona without permission of the court, do not contact the alleged victim in any manner, do not go near the location of the alleged offense. I'm going to allow you to return one time to collect some personal belongings. You must do that with law enforcement presence only, or you're violating this order, and you can be arrested for that. You're not to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription, and not to possess any firearms. Do you understand those release conditions?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I'm placing a $1,000 bond hold on you, so you remain in custody unless you post the bond.
Oh, man, stop. I didn't even do nothing. I didn't even do nothing. I didn't even hit my dad. My dad hit
That's
me.
okay. That's good.
I didn't do nothing, Your Honor. Well, I didn't do nothing. I didn't do